The unofficial theory says Russia is not legalizing crypto because it likes Bitcoin. What it's doing with crypto and stablecoins is it's building a wall for the tsunami of what's coming to the world. And the tsunami is when the US finally approves the Clarity Act. Why? Well, it's because of what a stablecoin actually is. Because a stablecoin is a dollar that lives on your phone. It does not need a bank or a branch in some country, right? It doesn't need permission from anyone's central bank. If you have an internet connection, you effectively have a dollar account. And that has never been true before in human history. See, for the last 80 years or so, if you were a country and you wanted to keep your citizens within the confines of your own currency, it was actually pretty easy to do because you control the banks. You control who gets a dollar account. You put in what are called capital controls, and the dollar could only get in through the doors that you control. Stablecoins, though, they sort of give the master key to anyone with access to them. So imagine you're Russia, right? You're sanctioned. Another country says you can't trade with others, and if you try, you can't get paid. So all your businesses get cut off, your currency gets put under pressure, your interest rates skyrocket because now you're forced to print money. Your citizens have watched the ruble lose value their entire lives, and now at some point in the next year or two, the United States is going to pass a law that lets US banks and US corporations issue US dollars onto the internet with the backing of the most stable assets in the world, US treasuries, which are fully regulated, they're completely legitimate. Anyone in the world with a smartphone can hold those, including every single person in Russia. That is the tsunami. Now, I made a video about how Russia accused the US of planning to do this, which is by offloading $36 trillion at the time, now it's $40 trillion, of US debt onto the whole world through what they called the crypto cloud. So what Russia's really worried about is basically 140 million of their own people deciding that they'd rather save in dollars on an app they have on their phone. So this is not a guess at what Russia is worried about. They have said this themselves. Again, that was Anton Kobiakov, who's the presidential advisor to Putin, and he's also one of the people who organizes their big annual economic forum. That is something that no border could ever stop, no army that could ever defend against it.